Don't worry. Hi everybody! Welcome to our Wednesday Craft of the Week video, and I am with my special guest, and I almost spilled our ingredients. What's your name, special guest?
Vivi.
Vivi, aka, what's your full name? Vivi?
Marie.
Vivi Marie, but Vivian Marie. And we're so excited to be doing with this, you guys, and Noreen is going to answer any questions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. I love this craft. This brings back such good memories of preschool. Mommy did this when she was your age.
Can I pour the water in now?
Yes, so we're gonna have to show everybody how we made our beautiful ornaments. And I have done salt dough recipes before where they come out, I know, kind of bumpy, and they don't like.
We just did the glaze.
Yes, we just finished them. They don't come out as smooth and they crack easily. I literally dropped this one, which is already kind of a precocious shape anyways because it's thin, it's a dress, and it stayed intact with no crack. And what I also love is, I think so many times people associate these with Christmas, but I think this is a great for any holiday or special occasion.
And there's a P.
And yes, there's a P for peers, and you really can make any shape. So I'm not only using holiday cookie cutters. And again, this when we were setting this up, I was thinking how cute it would be to make this as a Valentine's Day token as well. So we listed the supplies. I think, sorry guys, I might have forgotten one really important thing, which was a rolling pin. So if you're making it along with me, make sure you go grab a rolling pin. Otherwise, you need, ready, Vivi? Let's tell everybody what they need. What's this?
Rolling pin.
A rolling pin, yes. What's this?
Bowl.
A bowl. What's this? Mixing spoon. But you're also going to use your hands, right?
Yeah, because I don't even like using my hands when there's water in it.
I like using my hands, but sometimes kids will like to mix with a spoon because they don't like the feel of mess. I like the mess. Vivi's one who likes to mix with a spoon, so we're going to use a little bit of both, Mom's hands and a spoon. And then you need some cookie cutters. I put wax paper down and I taped it with duct tape in the four corners, or if you have parchment baking paper. We're gonna scooch it this way so you have room, you're right. Boop, 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 boop. But this way, when you're rolling out the dough, you can do it right on the surface. If you're gonna bake directly on a cookie sheet without parchment paper, if you have a nonstick cooking sheet, you can even put the cookie sheet down. And then the stars of the show, we have our 1 cup of flour, we have a half a cup of salt, and we have a half a cup of water. And guess what? This is also our Play-Doh recipe. This is such a great non-heat Play-Doh recipe. So it's such a double whammy. I love a double whammy craft.
This smells like our own kind of dough.
It does. It's actually a triple whammy because you do the activity, then you have the Play-Doh, and then you get to bake them, and it's a beautiful keepsake. Okay, so let's get started, Viv.
No,
Yes, careful. The water will do last. So I like to have, hold on, Viv, I like to let my assistants, the littles, help do everything. But here's a tip. I put it so it's right over in the bowl, and then I pass it to them. Okay, Viv, take the end, and you may flip it, and then I let them dump it. But that way, at least they're like in a good position to not spill it, because we need every drop of that flour, huh? Okay, next is the salt. And I do it in this order. To be honest, I haven't tried it in any other order, but I think saving the water for last is a good way to do it, because that way you have all your dry ingredients.
That's okay.
Hold on, ready? We'll do the trick. What do we do? Hold on. We put the bowl underneath if there's a spill. That's why we always do it over the table. And then, there you go. Good job. And there's a little on my pants, and look, we can do the same thing. Okay, good. And so before we do the water, we will stir this up and mix the salt and the flour. But here's a tip. You want to make sure when you hand over to your littles, I put the spoon in first. And I always say, do we want to go super fast?
Slow.
Slow, so we don't splash it out, because we need all the ingredients. Good job. This is like a pro mixer way to do it. Super slow, right? That way we don't lose any of the ingredients we need. And then I always say, after my assistant starts it, I'll get in and do a few circles to make sure.
And then this.
And then, not yet, almost there. Here comes the ingredient that's gonna make it like dough. What is in this, Viv?
Water.
Water. Okay, wait, ready? Mommy's gonna get in the position, and we don't wanna go too fast. Ready? Ready, go ahead, I'll let you do it. Good job. Okay, so should we show everybody what it looks like so far? Let's show everybody. See, we've got
No,
this
you'll tip
mix.
it.
Don't worry, not all the way. Okay, now you start stirring nice and slow. It's fun to talk slow. It slows everybody down. Okay, good. And remember, if you have questions, Noreen is going to be able to answer our social media questions today from afar. And when you're mixing it up, sometimes it's good to let your littles, they always want to kind of go first. But then, ready? Is it a tap out mommy turn?
Nope.
Not yet? Oh my goodness.
Until I get the things down.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the sides. We're scraping the sides.
Dad, that's what I mean.
It's okay. So okay. And another cool
Mommy,
thing to do. Uh-oh. Don't worry. Mommy's going to mix it. Another cool thing is if you wanted to, you can have food coloring ready.
Now can I use my hands?
You want to use your hands? Let Mommy do one more good one and get it all off the spoon. If you wanted to, instead of painting them once they're baked, you prefer to dye the dough ahead of time, you can do that, and then the color is already in there, which maybe I'll grab some food coloring if it's in reach, and we'll do
No,
some.
I want
You want
to
to
do
do what?
coloring last.
You want to paint it last? Okay. So I think that most littles probably like extending the activity, which Vivi and I made these samples, and it was like a whole day affair. We
I
made the
don't
dough,
like
we
it when
played with
it's
the dough, then what did we do? We baked it, and
Yeah.
then we painted them, and then today we glazed them and put the string through. So it's kind of fun, but
Well,
if you...
Mommy didn't. She didn't wait until me. I didn't.
I glazed one of them without her. True confession. But if you want to...
And she breaks one.
No, it didn't break. Remember, I showed everybody.
You
What
breaks
one?
that one.
No, they're all good. You're calling me out, and they're not even
But
broken.
look at that one.
They're all good. None of them broke. They're hardy. But anyways, if you want to skip a step and add some food coloring in it before before you bake them, then they're already pre-colored, and that's another different look too. Okay, so this dough is amazing. And again, we do this in all of our classes when we make Play-Doh. I really try, I know we're gonna bake these and that involves heat, but when making Play-Doh, I love this recipe because it's so simple and it doesn't involve any heat. And it lasts for a while in a sealed jar. Sometimes people will ask us if you need to refrigerate it. And honestly, I've done both. Refrigerating it obviously makes it last a little bit longer, but it will last a bit in a jar out of the fridge too. Okay, so don't worry, you're all good. Did you get some extra down here? Just this is how you pick up any that's extra. Now you take this one. Ready, Viv? Take this one. Mommy's already mixed up.
No.
We'll trade.
Can I have it?
Did you notice we're wearing holiday sweaters, everyone? We're so excited.
I'll wear
Okay,
Mommy wore that one. It was supposed to be mine.
this one? Oh, okay, I'll let you wear it. Now, guys, here's another pro tip, because littles get so excited after you roll them out and you start to do the shapes. I already have a cookie sheet ready with parchment paper that I'm literally, as I go, I'm gonna transfer them on there so we don't accidentally smudge or roll over another one. So let's go one at a time. Here you go, Viv.
Thanks, Mom.
And I like to do this with my littles to get it in a circle shape before we roll it out. Ready? Put it in between your palm of your hands. It's fun for adults too when you're baking. I go rolling, rolling, rolling our dough. Want to sing it with me?
No, clay.
Oh, we normally say clay because we're working with clay, but this is dough. Should we sing dough? Ready? Go. Rolling, rolling, rolling our dough. Yeah. Okay. So then you put it down, and you're going to take your rolling pin, and just like cookie dough, they don't really fluff up. They stay pretty flat.
Oh, goodness.
It's okay. Don't worry. It's good. Here, let's move it in front of you a little bit. There you go.
I want it there. I want it here.
You do? Okay. It's your world, girl. You want it
Because
to be...
I made something that was feathers and sand.
Okay, so you don't want it to stick to the feathers in the sand. I hear you. So you want it to be about 1/4 of an inch thick.
Mommy,
And
I
again,
wanted
if
to
it's
do
not
that.
perfect,
Ah.
okay, I was helping you smooth it. You ready to do your first cookie shape? Pick which one.
I want this.
And if it's not, hold on, go slow. We're
No.
showing everybody, Viv. Wait. Okay. So I think that about 1/4 of an inch thickness is perfect. Again, you don't want it too thin, but if it's
This
a little
is
bit
perfect,
thicker than that,
Mom.
it's okay. Okay, it's perfect. Ready? Put it down. And watch your little's fingers with the cookie dough edges, because they're what, Vivi? Sharp. And then this is another pro tip. Instead of taking the cookie cutter out, I have my assistants, or you really are the main show. I'm like your assistant. It's okay. Why don't you start peeling the extra dough away from the...
This is what I said no.
Okay, peel the dough away from this. Ready? And then when you take the extra dough away... Okay, when you take the extra dough away, it's easier for it to maintain its shape when you lift it to move it to the tray. Instead of vice versa, instead of lifting up the cookie cutter and then trying to separate it. All right, let's take a look. Ba-ba-ba. What do you think this is? Is it a bowling pin shape?
No.
Is it a troll?
Mm-mm.
What is it? Did you try and eat it? Vivi, does it taste yuck? If that happens, this is also why I like this dough, because there's nothing raw, there's nothing dangerous. No, thank you. It's not gonna hurt them. Oh, apparently Vivi likes it. So there's one other step for us to be able to put this on the tray to bake it. What you're gonna do, Vivi, you wanna roll out some more dough? Wanna make another?
Yes,
How about
please.
this star? You go ahead, roll it out.
And then I can put that one in.
Okay, so with our snowman, the other thing we're gonna do is if you have like a reusable straw or a paintbrush, you're gonna poke your hole before you bake it. And give it a few turns, make sure it's really in there.
Mom, that's too big.
No, that's perfect, because you want it to be big enough to have a string go through. And the littles like to add the string. And here's a little tip too. This one is done, I'm gonna move it.
Put on tray.
It's on the tray. It's also fun to add beads to your string too. There's so many different things you can do with this. Okay, so we're gonna keep rolling them out. They bake at a very low temperature, and maybe Noreen can put this in the comments, at 225 for ready for how long? It's slow and low. And that's how like I try and do eggs. So funny that I'm saying low and slow. That's how my husband reminds me to cook so I don't burn the eggs. It's gonna be at 225, and it's gonna be 1 hour on one side, and then without your littles around, you'll take them out of the oven. You'll flip it and do another hour on the other side. So again, 225, 2 hours, flipping after the first hour. Now if you have a tiny small one, like some of these, you might take it out a little bit sooner. But just keep your eye on it. They're not gonna burn at such a low temperature, and
But do we have to put the dough in the oven?
yeah, so they get hard.
Wow.
And then I recommend letting them cool for a couple hours when they're done. And that way they're really cool before you start to paint them. You wanna do all of the dough?
Yeah.
And a couple things about painting. Acrylic paint is definitely what you want to use, not a poster paint. You want to use like a permanent paint. We use paint, this is a shout out to a brand we love. We use Sargent paint in our studio for a couple reasons. It's non-toxic, and it's also made in the USA, which is awesome. And they have all different colors, so this is like if you want to order from them, that's great. If you want to order from us, we can put it in our containers and ship it to you. And they are, did you eat it again, Vivi? Oh my goodness. And it's an acrylic paint. If you did a poster paint, it won't be permanent. And then after you let the paint dry, you want to seal it with something. And if you don't have an acrylic paint glaze, which most stores have acrylic paint glaze, if you don't have it, we can send it to you. Message us or email us, and we'll send you over. Let's make another one. Roll out your dough. See, she's having fun with the Play-Doh, so like it's so fun in stages. But if you want to,
I'm gonna play with it still.
okay, you can keep playing with it while mommy talks. So acrylic glaze, it's a clear glaze it's a sealant. It's very easy to find at craft stores. Local craft stores like us in the craft studio will ship it, or if you don't have a small business near you and you know, or you do have a small business near you and you want to support them, you can get it from there.
If you move that, then it would go in my eye.
Okay, I won't move it. And here is another cool thing. If you do not have a clear acrylic glaze, you could also use Mod Podge, which is my favorite glue. Vivi, say Mod Podge 3 times. Ready? Mod Podge, Mod Podge, Mod Podge. It's a tongue twister. It's a decoupage glue, but that also works as a sealant.
That paint, it would not stay on.
This one will, but not poster paint, right?
Like that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna show you ours. We didn't do like all like traditional colors you would think of. I like the coppers. Again, I like doing cookie cutters that aren't necessarily
I like
holiday.
the Christmas tree because we have a Christmas tree in the background.
Yeah, we have a Christmas tree in our house. We do. But yeah, so
But-
fun.
But one of my teachers didn't get it.
Oh, one of your teachers didn't get a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, should we show them one more salt dough ornament?
No.
So they see, give mommy a little chunk.
No.
Vivian!
No.
One little chunk. One
No.
little chunk.
No.
Vivian.
Nope.
I need just one to make us a little house. Just give, yes, thank you. You keep playing. So again, it's very easy to
Here,
help
Mom.
smooth out all the
Wanna
bumps.
do a star after?
Sure, okay.
Here.
By rolling it into a ball first.
I'll give you another one.
Awesome, and I sing my song so I get it. I know it's enough time. I go rolling, rolling, rolling my dough. And then you want to roll it out so it's about 1/4 inch thick. And again, I have some wax paper, or you can put parchment paper. Wax paper is not safe to go in the oven. I have made that mistake. Parchment paper is though. But we have some wax paper, so since I can't use that to bake, I'm using it as my surface. And I have parchment paper on my cookie sheet. I'm gonna poke my cookie cutter through. And then my trick, yay! My trick is to peel the extra away while the cookie cutter is still there. And I actually like to poke my hole even sometimes while I'm lifting the shape out. And then you're gonna transfer it to your baking sheet. And if you wanna put a little flour down on your surface, the dough isn't super sticky, which is nice, but just so it doesn't stick. Here's my star, and I'm gonna bake them in the oven on a cookie sheet, and I have parchment paper. Okay, I'll do that right now. At 225 for 2 hours, flipping it in the middle. And then after they cool, I'm gonna paint them.
Look at this one.
Whoa! I'm gonna paint them, and I'm gonna add an acrylic glaze. Okay, you will paint them. And then if you want to glue on gems or accessories, when you put your string on, you can add beads. I'm gonna have us paint the other side. Stop eating it, Vivi. And then you can also, you know, if you don't have paints, you can do Sharpies, anything permanent. And then that acrylic clear glaze or Mod Podge to paint over it will help seal it. It's such a nice gift and a keepsake. And again, I love this recipe because it's like Play-Doh.
I made a present for you, but I won't tell you.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see it. And remember too, an option is you could also do the food coloring. Vivi likes to paint them, right? So we like to paint them after they bake. But one fun idea is to put the food coloring on it, and it'll be a totally different look, and then bake them already colored. Woohoo! So have fun. I love this craft. If you've made it along with us, please share a picture of it so we can see, message us. And remember, we are focusing, every Wednesday is a craft that we can give to someone to show them we care about them. We want to show everybody some extra kindness this season because it's a hard one. We all are struggling in one way or the other, and we're focusing our Wednesdays in December on crafts that you can make to give. So thanks for watching Viv and I, right Vivs, make our salt dough recipe for salt dough ornaments. I love them. They're so much fun, and we'll see you again next week. Bye everybody. Look, I have dough in my hand. Say bye, Viv.
Bye.